If you own a white or light colored car, you may have noticed that parts of it is covered in these tiny orange specks, which won't go away even after washing the car. I've been working in the car industry for about 15 years now, and a question I hear very often is, my car is still new, why is my paint rusting already? Well, don't worry, because your car isn't actually rusting away. All this is a form of paint contamination resulting from driving your car normally. Today, I'll show you what this is, what causes it, how to easily fix it and keep your car looking good with just a few simple items and steps. So stay tuned to the end of the video to see how good this car is going to look afterwards. Let's do a little experiment. This vinyl represents your car's paint, and I have some metal dust here that is similar to what your car is exposed to. Hopefully this demonstrates and really helps illustrate an extreme version of what happens to your car when you drive. This stuff is all over the roads and it gets kicked up as you and other cars drive, which then causes it to land on your car's paint. If you don't regularly wash your vehicle, the summer heat will cause the metal dust to get stuck in your clear coat, and at that point, normal washing won't be able to remove it, so it just sits on your paint. The metal is unavoidable, and if you plan on driving your car on the road, it's going to happen. It comes from many different sources, including your own brakes, the brakes on trucks, and especially from trains and railroad crossings. As this stuff is then exposed to the elements and to salt and brine in the winter, it'll start to eventually rust and give you those orange specks that you see. In this example, the dust is stuck now, and here I've created my own little brine solution to help speed up the process. So I spray some of this on, and then the very next day, check it out. Look at all that rust. And obviously this is a very extreme example of what happens, but I'm hoping it helps to kind of illustrate what happens to your vehicle in everyday normal driving. So now let's move on to what you need to fix this problem. So here's all that you're going to need to remove these rust particles and protect your paint. Start with a car shampoo. I have the Armor Detail Supply Shampoo Plus over here. Then we have the Adams Iron Remover, and I have the gallon size, and I have it in my spray bottle as well. Adams I found to be a very good iron remover, especially for the price, so I'll link that in the description below. You can check it out. Here I have a clay towel. You can also use a clay bar, and this is just going to further help you remove those iron particles after this product weakens them. And then last but not least, we have the Graphene, Adams Graphene ceramic spray coating there, which is going to protect the paint after we do everything else to it. And then here I have a pair of gloves because we want to protect our hands. Again, everything shown here is going to be in the description below. The first step of the process is to thoroughly wash your vehicle using a high quality car wash soap. It's best to rinse your vehicle thoroughly first and then start washing from the top to the bottom. Any car wash solution that you have left over after this step, make sure you keep it because it will come in handy for future steps here. And then after you're done washing your car, you're going to thoroughly rinse off any remaining soap, and then we're ready to move on to the next step. Step 2 is to spray the iron remover. Now, the car's paint is still wet, and that's very important here. We're going to spray the product liberally all over the panels that we want to clean, and I'd recommend working in small sections and work out of direct sunlight. This is a strong chemical, and you don't want to cause any damage. If used properly, it's very safe. Now you're going to let it sit there for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you a close-up of what happens. This is a close-up, and it's sped up. As you can see, that little dot there that in the center of your screen is starting to turn purple, and the iron remover is starting to react with it. So what's happening is it's loosening it up, and then when we follow up with some agitation with a clay towel or anything else, it's going to pretty much erase those spots. That brings us to step 3, which is the clay towel. You want to soak your clay towel in your leftover car wash solution, and the clay towel, what it's going to do is it's going to mechanically agitate the surface, and it's going to remove the contamination that was there. The iron remover itself can only do so much to loosen the particles, but this step here will actually ensure you're fully removing them, and you'll be left with a surface that's as smooth as glass. Now with a clay towel, the iron remover itself will help act as a lubricant, but so will that car wash soap that we saved from before. And it's very important because you don't want to add any scratches or marring to your paint, but if you do the steps properly, it'll be perfectly safe. Now, as you saw before I moved on to this panel, I thoroughly rinsed the previous panel, and make sure you continue to do that. You don't want to let the iron remover dry on the surface. Now, this particular car that I'm working on, before I actually washed it, it was covered in just dirt, algae, all sorts of other stuff, almost like a mossy material. So this vehicle was properly neglected. That's why there's a ton of iron on it. So if your vehicle is like this, just keep in mind that you may have to do these steps twice. One step alone may not be able to kind of get rid of everything, but keep in mind that that iron remover is a good way to kind of identify where those spots are, even if you can't see them. Just spray a light misting as your second round, and if there is any iron that's left over, it will light up like a Christmas tree, and then you can kind of go over those spots again. Quick clay towel tip, you can fold it in 4s, and that will give you 4 clean sides to work with. Also, you don't need a ton of pressure when you're doing these steps, just some light agitation is all it's going to take. That takes us to step 4, which is a thorough rinse of the vehicle, and then we're going to dry it off. And the reason we're going to do the thorough rinsing of the vehicle is because any leftover iron remover that was on the surface, we want to make sure we get rid of that. You don't want to cause any kind of etching or any kind of damage to any of the surfaces. It's a strong chemical, so just get rid of it. After the car is fully dry, the last step of the process, very important step, is paint protection. I'm using the Graphene ceramic coating, spray coating by Adams as an example here, and I'm going to coat all of the surface of the vehicle. And this is very important because the previous steps are pretty aggressive, and if you did have a wax or sealant on your vehicle before, you may have degraded it quite a bit, and this will just help to ensure that your paint is glossy and protected, and then it'll also make it easier to clean in the future. And keep in mind that this step won't prevent those metal spots from forming in the future, but what it will do is it will make it harder for the metal to actually bond to the paint because now your paint is protected. And all these steps that I demonstrated today, it's probably a good idea, depending on how much you drive, to repeat them every 6 months or so. Then once everything is done, check out the final results here. This car is absolutely looking phenomenal now. To my eye, I didn't see very many metal spots left, but there may be a few more, but if it doesn't bother you, you don't have to go for perfection here. Just go for 90%, and as you can see, there might be a few little guys remaining in there, but it's night and day compared to what it looked like before. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I also want to know if you had this concern before watching this video. And if you did have this concern of these metal spots, did this video help answer any questions? And do you know anybody else that might have the same questions as you? If you do, share this video with them, hit that like button, subscribe as well. I really do appreciate it. And if I left anything at all out of this video or left any questions unanswered, please ask me in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. That all being said, again, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.